We often regard the holidays as the happiest time of year. That tradition goes back longer than you might expect, centering the season around family and celebrations to take our minds off the darkness and cold of winter. We huddle around a fire, drink and eat more than we probably should, and try to make the best of the daylight hours by stuffing ourselves into unflattering clothes and doing weird sports. Imagine if you didn't have any of that, though. Imagine that you became lost outside or were kicked out of your home and became far too scared to ask for help. That's the case for millions of homeless pets around the country. They may have run away on their own. They may have been abandoned. Some could have been born without a home. These little ones, puppies and kittens, they are the least likely to survive the winter. To us, the reasons they arrive here at the Santa Fe Animal Shelter don't really matter. Whether they were born on the street or are surrendered by an owner, we will do everything we can to preserve those lives. During the holidays, this imperative feels even stronger. When we think about those we love and all that we can be thankful for, it's difficult for us as shelter employees to accept the number of animals that are still out there waiting for a warm fire or a new best friend to snuggle up to. This week, we highlight two wonderful people who embody the holiday season in their efforts to save the lives of animals in need. Claire Leonard needs no introduction. She is one of our most dedicated volunteers and takes on hospice cases. This is her story about Javier.
I love the name Javier, and I call him Javi. I have been a foster mother for the Santa Fe Animal Shelter for approximately 6 years. I'm drawn to the seniors, and I'm drawn to the medical dogs and the hospice dogs because nobody wants them. Nobody wants to adopt them. Nobody wants to take them. But I have fostered puppies, and let me tell you, I'd rather have 10 hospice than a litter of puppies. I just think they really need care and love at the end of their life, just like a human person would. Well, I did not see Javier when he came in, and I'm glad I didn't, because I don't think I could have stood it. But they said that he must have been on his own. I can't even tell you. He had over 1,000 foxtails in his body. And Dr. Snook said his eardrums were even punctured. So the poor thing is deaf now, and he's blind. I believe I heard about him, and they usually call me, the shelter will call me and say, hey, could you take this dog? And they cleaned him up and everything, and I went to see him, and I fell in love with him. I mean, he's the sweetest thing. What a terrible life he had. And, sorry. Certainly wasn't wagging his tail when he came. I mean, he was really pretty downtrodden, and I'm sure they even thought maybe he wasn't going to make it. But like I said, they fixed him up. He was real skinny, very thin. I mean, imagine that poor dog out with those foxtails in the with pain and not eating and being deaf and blind. I mean, how did he even live, And I can't believe nobody saw him or helped him, The foster program is so great. As I try to tell people on Facebook and people that I talk to, you have no expense. I mean, they give you the meds, they give you whatever you need. You got nothing to lose but your time, really. And I don't understand why people can't do it. Even the medical dogs, just say ones that have had a broken leg and they need 6 weeks to heal. I've done a lot of those. They're not sad. And I don't think these guys are sad. Do you?
Caring for homeless animals at the end of their lives is Claire's passion, and we will never be able to express enough gratitude for that service she provides. But what about the other most vulnerable population? Animals that are struggling just to get a start in life. Noah came into our public clinic with a cute black and white kitten that was badly injured. Here's their story.
She shattered her rear left femur, and it was almost entirely dislocated, also into the muscle. So she had to have 2 pins put into her femur through into just about the kneecap. I don't know, we've never really had a cat in my family, but I can't, she's different, I like her. It's Jolene, it's my cat. I just really like the Dolly Parton song, and as soon as her eyes changed from being bright blue when I first got her, They actually were emerald green, like in the song. And I don't know, I just really like Dolly Parton. She deserves more credit. Jolene. It's fitting, I don't know, probably because just because a freak accident, she broke her leg, just because that happened, and I couldn't afford to actually fund the whole operation, it doesn't mean I wouldn't have provided a great home or a great life for her.
If you were moved by these stories, you should know that our shelter, a 501c3 nonprofit organization, foots the bills for these cases and those like them. We struggle every year to raise these funds, and we would be honored and humbled if you donated to our holiday campaign. If you donate at sfhumanesociety.org, for every $100 we receive, we will light a farolito in your honor to line our driveway during the holiday season. We hope to line the driveway with 2,000 farolitos. We'll have a celebration of this achievement on December 16th at the shelter, and you are cordially invited. Happy holidays and a wonderful new year from all of us at the Santa Fe Animal Shelter. In 2017, let's take one big step together towards ending animal homelessness.